Hello guys, welcome. We already have like this influx of awakened Igbo youths. Some are trying to come back to their culture, to our spirituality, for whatever reasons. Some because of some financial problem. Some are there because they want to seriously understand for knowledge. People that are driven by knowledge. So whatever category that you're in, I'm talking to you now. So I sort of created like 5 lists where I'm going to be reading out from it though. If you want to practice Odinaani, if you want to understand Odinaani, I think these are like something you should know and you should understand. So the first thing I have on my list here is the veneration of our ancestors. So obviously we don't worship our ancestors. Worship is not really a term associated with Igbo spirituality. So why people call us, they say, yeah, pagan, paganism. It's a word that people use out of ignorance. It has nothing to do with us. So first of all, you have to know how to venerate your ancestors. You need to know how to talk to them. Now, these ancestors are people referred to as Ndi-Igbo, Umuada, Ndembo, Ndegede. These are like, that's the category that we're talking about. So you would have to learn how to inform them, how to communicate, how to venerate them, how to feed them. So you need to understand that these are tenets that has been the foundation of Odinaani. The veneration of the ancestor. Then be in harmony with your chi. Obviously, I would have started with this first one, but just know that for you to do anything ordinary, you need to know your chi. Who is your chi? Who is that your higher self? Now, when you know your chi, you understand your chi, you now exist in some sort of harmony with your chi. Now, when you're not in harmony with your chi, it's certainly going to cause a problem for you. You will be disorganized, disoriented, because you have to know your chi before you can now know your avo, your ndi-chi, your ezumezu, and the rest of it. So you need to know your chi and be in harmony with your chi. Now you need to, the third point here that I wrote here is, you need to understand the cycle of life and the cycle of death. You understand? Obviously, we don't believe that death is final. Most times when I dream about death, I'm wondering, is it literally death or is it a symbol of change? Because that's what death means. To us, death is not final. I believe that there is this thing that people don't know. But when we look at, when you watch Marvel, you watch, all these superhero kind of movies, and you see them talking about the multiverse, talk about Doctor Strange, the universe, the parallel universe, the multiverse basically. But the first people that even knew that the world we are is a parallel universe is our people, our ancestors. They know that one day around, they're existing at once, just they're parallel to each other, just that there is a thin blind that is separating us. When we look at the Igbo creation story, where after the first monolithic world broke, that separation kind of separated the living and the dead, and I'm not going to go into that details. So you need to understand what death, and you know that after death comes reincarnation, unless you've gotten to you've grown your consciousness to a certain level that it would now just, move on from there. Now, another thing that I'm going to talk about is, remember that dishonorable conduct makes one fall out of harmony with the chi. Now, doing your chi ritual like Edo to chi and the rest of it is just one aspect of it. There is something we call Nsochi, Eson Sochi. So you need to be able to do that. If you can be able to put yourself in that harmony, know that being dishonorable or doing things in a certain way is going to divide that relationship you have with your chi. It means that you need to always behave yourself. You know the Nsala, Nsane. Don't commit murder, don't commit suicide, don't sleep with your father, don't sleep with your family member. And now you talk about the community and the rest of it. So you need to be on a certain level and keep yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Now, the final one is talk about said righteous conduct alone is the only way towards spiritual progression. Now we talk about spiritual progression, we talk about spiritual liberation. You're going to liberate yourself, you're going to liberate your spirit, because the spirit itself is the final point. Then the reincarnation cycle begins again as Umuabara and the rest of it. So you need to know that you need to grow yourself, you need to grow your consciousness. So that's being righteous. That's not righteousness in a Christian sense. It's being righteous doesn't mean you have to bottle yourself or bottle yourself. You need to grow that consciousness. You need to experience things. You need to live life. You need to understand life deeply. Have an intimate or knowledge about life and death. So I hope these 5 points kind of helps you to understand Odinaani in a certain way, and I hope that from here we can grow, and as we learn, because this life and this journey is a continuous process. It's something we do over and over and over again. We don't just, it's not just a one size shoe fits all. We have to continuously work on ourselves, continuously work on our consciousness, continuously work on our spirit. That's why you see most DBS who are what their name would occasionally go on sabbatical. They live and they go in with their spirits. This helps them to learn more, to learn new ways of doing things. So I'm going to stop here. So I hope you can visit my website, www.igboshrine.com. Subscribe to this channel and share and comment. So until next time, yeah guys, yeah.